Hello and welcome to this week's episode of
Advice from Your Besties. This is where we take your questions and we try to give you advice. So we'll see what happens.
As if.
Yeah.
Yay.
Here's
I
a question.
love this episode or this series or whatever, this segment.
Same. Question number 1. Have you ever canceled plans because you feel fat?
What kind of question is that? Of course.
Of course. Yeah, I'm trying on every single thing in my closet and I'm like, ugh, yuck.
Yeah.
Disgusting. I'm like, no, I don't think I can leave the house now.
I'm actually in a worse mood. You don't want to hang out with me if I'm like 10 pounds of shit in a 5-pound bag. I'm doing you a favor.
Yeah, I'm like, I'm not giving you my A game right now. So It's just like best if we don't do this.
Yeah, for sure. I've called in fat to work.
Oh.
Yeah.
At Pino's?
No.
Oh.
Previously.
Okay. I've been dating my boyfriend for a few years. We're going to get married, but that's a little bit off into the future. And he also lives in Switzerland. But should I marry my boyfriend and move to Switzerland? Yeah.
100%. Why is this a question?
I don't know. Maybe because she doesn't. Is there a language to speak in? Yes, there is a language to speak in Switzerland. English. Swiss?
French?
Oh.
I don't know. Swiss?
I don't know.
And then German?
Are you just naming languages or do you know?
I believe those are them. Jesse's going to look it up for German any minute.
Yeah, I think you should move to Switzerland. I think, it's probably a big leap of faith to trust that it's going to work out and you're moving your whole life to a whole new country, but you can always come back or you might like it there.
Yeah, no, I think if you have the opportunity to move somewhere better than the States, take it. Because you know what? Oh, I moved here for a guy, but then we broke up. Well, then you're stuck in Switzerland and enjoy that because everything about it is better.
Agreed. I'm 23 years old and I'm dating a 41-year-old. Do you think that's too big of an age gap?
What do you think? Come on now.
If you're asking, you might know the answer.
But you want us to tell you no? Oh my God, no. The fact that this person is the same age as your parents, no big deal. You keep on fucking your dad's best friend from across the street.
Ugh.
It's true. I knew someone that did that.
Really?
Yes. She was dating one of her father's very good friends.
Ugh.
Lack of boundaries by the father's friend.
Yeah.
How?
I thought it was weird in high school when I dated my brother's friends.
How much older?
Like 4 years older.
Didn't stop you, did it?
It didn't.
It's kind of a turn on to date someone older.
I dated like 2 of his friends and then it was just like, I don't know, this is kind of weird because you're friends with my brother and
I would never have those boundaries.
And I don't really want you like I'm like, I don't know what you guys talk about. Like, I don't want
that was smart.
things being talked about.
Smart and with boundaries.
Yeah.
I got none of those.
You're like, give me the brother's friends.
Yes, I did. And I got them. I loved him. He would have been he's top 3 like loves of my life.
Oh. Not these dudes that I was dating. They're a bunch of losers. Do you have an alter ego? Oh. Does the alter ego have a name?
No.
What's the alter ego?
Like that uber confident like hostess. I can like bring a room together and like, yeah.
There's a lot of finger pointing. Yeah.
Like, what is that? What would you call that? Like
your sassy self.
Yeah, whatever you want to call that. Like, that is my like showboatman. Like, I can bring a room together and look at me do all these things. And hey, nice to see you. Like the life of the party.
Okay.
I did it just the other night at Pino's and like I made the night. And like while no one's going to be eagerly give me that award, I know in the back of my mind that I orchestrated the shit out of that. I think it's called manipulation.
I have an alter ego and her name is Manipulation.
Yeah. I mean, for good.
Yeah. I feel like you should come up with a name.
What would you call it?
I don't know. All I can think about is Beyonce has Sasha Fierce.
I know. It's definitely something like mind control.
I guess we'll have to think of a name.
Yeah, what's yours?
I don't really know if I have an alter ego. I think...
I wouldn't say you do.
No.
Just a
this
princess,
is pretty much it.
Princess through and through.
This is it. Sorry. If you wanted me to turn on to a new personality, you are out of luck.
Unless you make a lot of donations and you can get us a professional gig, Lindsay will flip for you.
Yeah, I'll flip. If you pay me enough money,
If you bring So Fired to a national stage,
I'll turn it on.
oh yeah, she will do whatever. You could
Yeah.
pick the personality.
I feel like it's more of just like then I'm like super on.
Oh,
Not even
yeah.
an alter ego.
Yeah, it's not necessarily an alter ego.
No. Okay. Any tips for how to keep going when the world seems to keep kicking you down?
No. Don't.
Duck. Tuck and roll out of there.
Yeah.
Find a corner that is comfortable, and a blanket and a pillow, and you just hide until the world stops kicking.
In a tiny hole. Don't get addicted to drugs or alcohol.
That's actually a good one. That's actually some really good advice.
Yeah, it won't help.
I would say, like you take the kicks, you take the punches. Just try to like keep taking an action and moving forward and looking at your options. I feel like if you just let it get you down,
okay,
and you don't keep moving,
all right,
then you're really gonna be in a hard place.
Now, I don't know what you're thinking of when you think of like the world coming at you. Of course, my mind always goes to death.
Oh.
Like, oh, my dad died. Oh, the next month, my mom needed a pacemaker. Oh, the month after that, my stepson almost tried to kill himself. Oh, the next month after that was the housing crisis and our house was foreclosed on. And then, oh, the month after that, something else happened. And that happened for like 10 months.
Oh.
So that does not make you kill you, makes you stronger. Go fuck yourself. Like, that's not true. It's not true.
Do you feel weaker?
You just feel exhausted. And you're like, I don't know how much I can more. You're like hanging on by a thread and you're ready to explode at any minute, like just break down into tears. And you're like always hyperventilating and you are sick to your stomach and you're just like living in two different universes, like trying to survive. And you're like, why is everyone going on normally when this has happened? And it's so traumatic. And my life has just like completely changed in an instant. And so sometimes it's so bad that just not killing yourself is good enough. And or just keep living. Just, don't kill yourself.
Yeah.
Because it can't, no doubt it's bad. And try
to keep living.
Yeah, don't.
Life.
Yeah, like just breathing, like getting up out of bed, showering, big one. Getting dressed, going outside, interacting with people more and more, and then giving yourself the grace that like, yeah, this is legit bad because no one is probably still checking in on you after like a month or so because they've forgotten and you won't forget. And will it get easier? I don't know if it does. Sometimes it doesn't.
What do you think about having gratitude?
Yeah, no, you know what? Not in those situations because it's real bad. It levels you. Like you're just trying to survive. And no, you don't necessarily have to have gratitude. I think gratitude can be overdone.
Yeah, I think that
it's insensitive. My child has cancer. I'm supposed to be gratitude? No. It's okay.
No, I wouldn't say like, oh, I'm like grateful for that. It'd have to be something so minute. Like,
sure, I think we all have gratitude where we can.
Yeah.
We're very cognizant as a group, like a generation. Thanks, Instagram. But Instagram doesn't say, yeah, like you lose your family in a fire.
Right.
Thanks.
Thanks. I wanted a new house anyways.
They weren't great.
I've been begging for a new house and a new couch. So
and the fact that my family's crispy right now.
Jeez. I also would say if I can maybe pass on like a positive note to someone else, like there's someone that I know right now, she's going through a really hard time and I feel like I'm going through a hard time, but I sent her just like a quick text. I'm like, hey, I'm just like thinking about you right now and like hope you're doing well. That just kind of like switched my vibration a little bit. And I'm like, okay, if I can at least like show up for someone else, I can show up for myself and just get through the day.
That's an incredible, I would agree with that. That's a huge one. because you just gained someone who's going to do the same for you, even though that was not your intent.
Mm-hmm.
And then you're slowly spreading joy and rebuilding the joy, especially because you guys can empathize.
Yep.
And they get it, and you gave them what they needed.
I like that. That's all I got.
Oh,
I know.
that's too bad. Can you think of one of them? That's never enough.
I'm like, what question did I ask you today? I'm sure I asked you a question about something. No.
Maybe you did.
I guess if you had to switch careers right now and not be a hostess, what would you do?
That's a good question. Anything that paid me and I could work at for an extended period of time. I'm not crying. Just choking down the food I hate.
And something that has a flexible schedule so that we can podcast.
You know, I'm in a headspace.
Or I guess we could do it after hours.
Yeah, there's no reason. But, you know, I'm in a headspace where I am, again, very conscientious about mortality. And while I absolutely love working at Pinot's, it is not a lifetime gig. If I were honest with myself, I said I would only give it about a year. While it's fun, it will not give me what I need in the future, but not that far in the future.
Right.
You don't see a lot of 50-year-olds working in restaurants.
Not so much.
Yeah, I don't want to be that. Yeah. So, I don't know, something I could be good at and in a comfortable work environment with badass benefits.
And wear cute outfits.
Well, that's a given.
Yeah.
I don't dress ugly. I don't date ugly, and I don't dress ugly.
So you don't date ugly?
Are you like calling me a liar?
No. Oh my gosh, I actually have some advice for you.
What is it?
So, Tinder,
Yeah.
for anyone who's on Tinder and you are strictly just looking for a hookup or like something more fun, and that's not happening on Tinder, I went down a spiral on Facebook. Not sure how I wound up here, but there is an app called Feeld, FEEL''D, and that's just for hooking up of all kinds. You want a third? You want to watch? You want to get something?
I can't believe I'm hearing these things out of your mouth.
Yeah, that's the app.
What are you looking at me for?
I'm just giving some friendly advice to anyone out there who's like, Tinder is not doing it for me and I just want to hook up.
Tinder's got something. I've been reading it online. Like, they make connections, but then they don't. Like, they slow ghost. And you're like, you're chicken shit.
Yeah. So, like, I feel like this app, never been on it, but it sounds like it just cuts to the chase of like, all right, we're making plans. Let's do this. So,
tell my friend to check it out.
Yeah. That's my tips for today.
Awesome. Well, what a good one, as always.
Yeah. All right. Well, make sure you share this episode with your bestie and make sure you send in your questions to us at SoFiredPod on Instagram. Send us a DM and we will do our best to give you any kind of advice. And we'll see you next week. Bye.
Disclaimer. This podcast is for entertainment purposes only. The stories and statements expressed herein are experiences and opinions. They may not represent the views of the production studio or the hosts. If you disagree with our content, that's okay. No podcast is perfect for everyone.